Hey everyone, a lot of my previous videos have been me running around everywhere, so I kind of wanted to just stop and make a video for once that is quiet, alone in my room, and just talking to you all, or in this case, talking to my iPhone, which we'll get into later in the video. But in coming up with a video I wanted to talk about, I had to think about what is happening in my life. Because that's what my channel is, right? It's my life. So the main things really are adjusting to my new life here in Spain, which you've been getting a lot of Spain content, and studying Spanish, which we'll also get into later in the video, and really is making YouTube videos. And so I thought about what can I talk about YouTube videos on my YouTube channel? And I was thinking, do you have one? Most likely not, right? Or if you do, let me know. But most likely you don't have a YouTube channel. And maybe you've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. And I kind of wanted to sit here and maybe help you out. So what I'm going to do is talk about my experiences. Because look at me. As of making this video, I have less than 100 subscribers. Like, who am I to be making this kind of video, right? So that's all I'm going to do is tell you how I did it, how I started, and maybe that will help you start your YouTube channel journey. So this video will be split into two parts. The first is how. How do I make YouTube videos? So it's pretty simple. I had to start from somewhere. And that somewhere is my iPhone. It is not a very special iPhone. It's not the Pro. It's not the Max. It's just an iPhone 13. I flipped it around. I'm just looking at two camera holes. And I got this microphone that I've had for years and years and years. Okay, let's rewind. Let's take it from the beginning. When I have an idea in my mind, I start a draft for it. Like, what do I want to talk about? So I'm a Notion girly. I use Notion for everything. I use Notion for my life. This is the draft of what I want to talk about today. And it's called How and Why I Started YouTube. But the title might change, the thumbnail might change, everything kind of changes the more I work on this video. So when I have that idea and I have it written down, I start filming. So I set up my camera here, I have my microphone ready, and I kind of just start talking. And the kind of really special, unique part of this experience is the charisma. So I kind of don't write everything perfectly. I kind of just write some basic ideas and I kind of start talking as if I'm talking to a person, which I'm trying really hard to do now. Once I have everything filmed, I upload everything onto my laptop and I use iMovie. And that's another thing because a lot of these big YouTubers, they have Final Cut Pro. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the kind of money for a really nice camera gear. I'm only using the things that I have now, which is my iPhone, iMovie, and let me tell you, the editing process in itself is a whole battlefield because it will take a long time. It is the most time-consuming thing of making a YouTube video, which is why all of these big creators, they're hiring people to edit their videos now. But for us who are starting out, we don't have that kind of resource, so we have to edit ourselves, which is really good practice. I actually learned to love editing, and I think it's a very creative process, which I'll get into later. And once that hill is climbed, that's it. The video's done, it's ready to be uploaded on YouTube. This part is the most fun part because the video is on YouTube, it's on my channel. I get to start promoting it on Instagram, my other social media. I can tell people, hey, I have a new video out. And I think that's really fun. People can start commenting on it. That's when I'm kind of engaging with my followers. I'm engaging with the few followers that I have. And it's just when everything is done, when everything's out there is when I feel relieved and I'm just excited to do the next one. Okay, so now you know how I make YouTube videos. You might think about what kind of videos you want to make. And I've had to think about this for years. What is my niche? A lot of people talk about that. What is your niche? Niche down this, niche down that. And I kind of came to the realization that I don't want a niche. I want to be the niche. I am the niche. You are watching my channel for me, for the person I am, for my life, what I'm interested in, and I'm interested in a whole lot of different things. If coming up with ideas is giving you a hard time with getting started on this YouTube journey, maybe I recommend going into a niche. But that's me, no niche. Let's get started with part 2. What is the point of all this? Why am I making YouTube videos? Why do you want to start making videos? Everybody's reasons are going to be very different. And again, I'm just going to tell you my 6 reasons why I personally started making these YouTube videos. Number one is very personal, and it's going to be very common for other people, I guess. It's during the pandemic levato, when everybody was stuck at home. I actually was living in Japan at the time, and I was living alone in another country with a language I did not speak during this whole thing, and I had to find some sort of human connection or I'll just go insane. And how am I supposed to do that? With the power of the internet, with the power of social media. I actually got started with video editing with TikTok. And when I was using TikTok, I had a Discord linked. And Discord was actually the big thing that allowed me to create a community for myself. I called it like expats in Japan, and that was my way of connecting with other people. When the pandemic levato was kind of dying down, we were allowed to like go out again. I actually met a lot of really cool people that way. But then once I left Japan, I stopped using Discord. If you are watching this now, and if you recommend that I should bring it back up again, should I restart Discord? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Number two is skill building. I act differently in different situations. I act differently in person. I act differently right now. I act differently when I'm, like doing my out and about videos. And this gives me a chance to practice being on camera. If you compare how I'm acting now to my very first videos, it's completely different, and it comes with practice. There's also hundreds of other skills, mainly editing, writing these drafts, writing descriptions, writing comments, everything writing. The third reason is keeping track and documenting my life. Somebody once told me, why don't you just upload your pictures and your videos onto a hard drive? And my answer to that was, for who? I'm doing this so anyone else can watch it, so I can look back at it. When I'm out and about, I'm not going to be carrying my hard drive. For example, when I tell people I'm from California, from Los Angeles, they say, have you met any celebrities? I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. I can just pull up my phone, open Instagram, and I have this picture with me and Rami Malek. I can't do that with a hard drive. I can only do that with social media. It's kind of like a photo album, but it's digital, and I'm not really carrying around a hard drive everywhere. Reason number four is self-expression. I think video editing is a kind of art form in itself. I feel very creative. I feel like I'm creating some kind of art. I feel like I'm using that part of my brain that is very artsy. I don't really paint. I don't really draw. But when I'm video editing, I feel like those wires in my brain that's very artistic are working. And the last reason is drive traffic. I just think that sentence is funny. Let's just think about that sentence for a second. As of right now, I am making zero money. And after creating content for so many years, I want something. I want a piece of that pie. I have a Ko-fi account. Ko-fi is a coffee, Ko-fi, I don't know how to pronounce it, but buy me a coffee. Link is in the description. I was able to move to Spain because I'm an English teacher, and I think it's common knowledge that teachers are the worst paid professions in the world. I'm exaggerating, but if you get it, you get it. So every support helps, even just liking, commenting, subscribing for free. All of that helps. So yeah, I want to bring back what I was talking about earlier about what is happening in my life. What am I doing a lot of now that I can, have some kind of return? And that is studying Spanish. So I want to start a Patreon. I want to start a Patreon about my Spanish notes. And I know this can work because I've seen other people make Patreons about their engineering notes, their nursing notes. And I've actually had a TikTok video about, I showed a snippet of my French notes, and I had comments saying, where are these notes? So I know there's a demand for it. I'm just starting it. I don't know where this will go, but speaking it into existence, let's try it out and see where it goes. All right, so that's it. To summarize, I'm a very small YouTuber. I don't have that many subscribers, but I'm doing it. And I think that is the lesson here today. The lesson is I started, and if I can start, you can too. I am making YouTube videos because it makes me happy. I want to find people. I think oftentimes we can overcomplicate starting a YouTube channel. I'm sure I did. And I hope I gave you an idea of how to do the same. Let me know if this at all helped you in any way. Let me know if you have any questions about YouTube, about social media, about content creating, about me, about Spain, about language learning, about anything, just drop a comment and I'll see you there. All right, thanks for watching. My lighting is gone, which is the sun, so this is my cue that I have to end this video, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye.